Gaming. Now, I talked to you before about Apple going into the video game market. Well, let me pitch this new theory, right? Because I think Apple is the perfect company to get into video games. They got a lot of entry things in the making. Apple Dreamcast 2. They buy Sega. They launch titles, exclusives. A new Shinobi in 4K. Open world. Golden Axe. A new Sonic. A new Virtual Fighter. A new, like Daytona USA. Oh my God. You know how many IPs Sega got? Sega got some of the greatest games in gaming history. That's why the Sega Dreamcast is the greatest video game console of all time when it comes to original and exclusive games. No platform in the world could fuck with the Sega Dreamcast. And it didn't even last that long. For them to compete that much games, they was built on exclusives. All Sega had to do was keep making exclusives to keep that video game system afloat, because third parties didn't want to mess with them. Sega is the reason why NBA 2K exists. NFL 2K, all of those 2K games came from Sega. Sega Sports had their own sport company. You know how important Sega was to the gaming market? They was on the cusp of making history, you know? But they made a couple of bad investments and they lost too much money and went out of business. But Apple Arcade being your streaming service, but all those backlogs of Sega games, then you remaster them, remake them, but only remaster and remake those games on your streaming service, right? Now you come out with an Apple-driven console. It could be played on an iPad, on an iPhone. You know how many people in the world have an iPhone? If they can access video games that are damn near 4K or 1080p on their own cell phone, Shinobis, Golden Axes, like real games, not these kiddie bullshit games or these cheap little, knockoff games. Talking about real gaming games on your cell phone. And your cell phone could connect to a controller or something like that. You could just let it, like a portal. It just slides in between the controller, like the controller split open, and you could play your games from your phone, right? So people will have that access to that, and they will also have the option of having a home console. Wow.